Ketchy Nation Talk, episode 12, and in this episode we're gonna be talking about the current promotion or the end of promotion of the comeback boom, and we're gonna get into also. I'm here with Big Brother Alex, and how are you doing today? And before we start with this whole thing, first let me introduce someone else that's gonna be here with us, and I think it's gonna be really cool because it's been months we haven't seen each other. So let me bring him in. Let's bring in Dixie over here. So hey, how's everyone doing today?
Welcome back.
Oh man,
Welcome back, man.
Long time no see.
oh shoot. Like how many months we haven't like done this? Oh
I
shit.
don't know.
This is the last comeback. I'm gonna be real.
Since last comment was
That's
like
true.
Alex we do
That's
these
true.
we do these as much comeback that Rocking Punch does. All right. So how are we all doing today? I guess.
Way too early
Yeah.
for me. At
Yeah.
least.
Hey,
Do you want to do
early,
the start or
or early to you? It's like late night to me at this point, or getting close
it's
to
too early
day.
for me also?
All right.
I
Yeah, go
mean,
ahead.
I
Go ahead.
mean,
Go first. Start.
I
yeah.
can start. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good because we just had a we just ended promotions, right, with tons of content, tons of like moments together with the members. They kept posting each and every day, and yeah, I was enjoying myself, and I'm pretty happy. Let's say that.
Happy?
How about you, Alex? What have you been up to, or anything you want?
I wouldn't say I'm happy. I'm saying like because I have like maybe I've been, how do you say, torturing myself to watching all kind of stats and watching what could have been, and what's the just a little bit more thinking about what what it should have been or what could have happened, and not being like
Oh,
so much positive about and happy about. I would love to be happy. I would really love to be happy now. So if you have a
hey.
some kind of love, but yeah, of course it's for me like it's early morning for me. Even it's not that early, but
Mhm.
for it's Sunday, and in Finland we just sleep on Sunday, so that's, that's mainly it. But
I see.
I
I see.
also I think I have like maybe done too much thinking about this, like maybe overthink a little bit,
Yeah,
and maybe that's the good thing. Well, yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. We'll see when we get into all this.
yeah,
Hey,
but I'm semi happy.
yeah. Hey, for me, I'm just enjoying life.
You're
Had a
just
lot.
chilling. Yeah.
Yeah, no, look, I had a couple of concerts in the past month or so, and now it's
I
just
know you'll be busy.
kind of just doing my own thing here and there. We'll get right into this. We're gonna get to the right in the whole situation. So for the first topic
Yes.
we're gonna get into, it's gonna be the main topic, of course, because it's the Ketchy Nation talk. We're gonna be talking about the comeback boom. So, what did you all what do you guys first thought about the whole promotion? Let's go into the first thing. Like, what do you guys thought about the song that they produced for this comeback? Like, do you think it was like that was like, oh, that
Yeah,
was the
Duke.
best one ever, or you think they could have done a little bit more?
So in my opinion, okay, so let's start with the teasers, like with the
Mhm.
music video teaser first. So like with the album preview, right? In the preview, like Boom was a song that, in my opinion, really captured Rocket Punch's charm, right? Like as they described it first, because it's cute, it's energetic, it's it's full of Rocket Punch energy and like good vibes overall, right? And I loved it. I loved it a lot. And then there are the B sides, right? With Live and oh wait, what was the name of it? And I can't remember it so early in the morning. Sorry. Give me your heart.
Mhm.
At first, everyone thought they were unit songs because of the way uh, the
Yeah.
the preview was cut, but it wasn't. But in the end, I loved the entire discography. They are a good addition to all Rocket Punch's songs already, and yeah, I love them. I was listening to them all the time lately, and I'm happy they exist. And I hope they will go even further in the next few releases.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy,
You're
that's like
really drinking the happy juice now.
I'm like
But,
that's like that kind of tout the whole thing here.
okay, so I've been thinking about it a lot, and I personally I like Boom as a B title or as a B song or a song that captures what was the what was the Rocket Punch the general idea with songs with their debut and with their two next albums. But I feel we missed a big point that we got new fans. We got new excitement about the concept that what has been um, the last concept that there was, like Chiquita and Flash. And I felt it should have been like build on that. Um, because it had the rocket punch, it has the cuteness, but it has the edge. And I think Boom doesn't have it. I love the song. I think it's a great beat track. I love to listen to it, but I feel we should have had continued to run with Chiquita, with Flash, a little bit more kind of that kind of edge because that worked. That got a lot of good vibes and a lot of good reviews. And if I'm honest, this hasn't as much. And even if we, as Ketchy, we understand what Rocket Punch is. We know the strengths of it. We love the sound, the cuteness, like the energetic of the songs. I still feel that there are so many people who kind of just like said, "Oh, they're back to the cute thing again," and they just switch off. And I just think it was I I personally just think it was a mistake because we get this new audience, new public that liked this more kind of edgy, feminine rocket punch, and then we kind of just let's go back to beginning and do like this like happy, cutie, and everything. Like I said, I don't want to say all over again. I personally like it. I
Well,
personally love the song. I personally love all three songs. As a plan, it didn't work. That's
well,
that's my point.
well. The thing here, and this is my personal opinion about the track itself. Boom is a good, like it's a good track that really like exemplifies exactly what Rocky Punch is. But at the same time, we saw what type of what type of audience it was reaching when we did Flash,
Mhm.
and then when we checked out
Yeah.
Chiquita, and we saw like they
Mhm.
have some really unique styles going on with it, and I just my personal
Mhm.
feeling about Boom is like it just didn't have that edge, like it didn't have that thing goes. That's the song, you know. This is like I used to believe Willem was like capable, you know, like they have capable
Mhm.
songwriters and they always had like these great songs with them, but for some reason they're kind of off point when it comes to Rocky Punch. Like they like in some ways like they don't know what they want Rocky Punch to be. Throw all these certain concepts or genres to them and then see if that one sticks. We had some great ones going in. We had the ones from Ring Ring. We have all these so-called great concepts that everyone had like great
Mhm.
reviews on, but then here goes like you have all these attention now from the Queendom puzzle and you have all these things going,
Mhm.
and then you end up with Boom. You're like, well, why go back to that? We have all these great, interesting, and like great concepts they have, and instead decide, well, Boom is the one we're gonna go with. Like in some ways, like
Okay.
did they think that they were gonna like YEONHEE was gonna be part of Kingdom, or this is what they got out of? Guys are
Yeah.
great. They're really good, but
Mm.
that was
And I just hope this is like this kind of summer single stuff, and they have bigger plans with the album. That's the hope that I'm holding on. And because like people were excited about the neutral thing, even the people who were not catchies and didn't stand Rocket Punch, they liked the song Flash and Chiquita, and they were like, "Oh, what kind of new things they will neutral things? What kind of like what kind of music they do? They do more like 80s or 90s or 70s or early 2000 or whatever?" And then Boom came, who's it's a good song, but kind of a neutral song. It's like oh, it's the same. I
hmm
just feel that we had the perfect moment because of the Queendom puzzle, because people like Flash and Chiquita, and I was just there was so much more we should have made, or William should have. It's not our fault, and it's not the girls' fault because girls can rock any concept. That
yeah.
we know. They can
Yeah.
rock huge concept, funny concept, girl crush concept, edge concept, whatever. And
Yeah, yeah.
it's just they. I think they missed the plot a little bit. Like
Well, we have to
maybe a little
understand.
bit.
We have to understand that these comebacks it takes months in planning. So this is the part that
Mm.
goes well. They thought about this and their final set was like Boom. And don't get me wrong, the video was really good. Like Boom, where it is now, and in some ways,
Yeah, maybe way.
like
Yeah, maybe there's more about it.
why did Wolem go back on their
Yeah,
concept instead of moving forward? That's like my question to you, Luke.
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
So what I wanted to say is that even though I told you right, I love that song, I love all that, but I got you. I was also a bit disappointed when I first heard the song. I was like, um, it's Rocket Punch, right? It's energetic, it's whatever.
Mm,
But
funny.
yeah,
Mm.
as you guys said, right, Chiquita and Flash were still Rocket Punch as well, but like a more mature version, like more mature than like our 2019 counterpart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. My take on why the sounds like it sounds is that William first, William didn't really expect Rocket Punch to get so far in the puzzle, so they had to, like, I don't think they were
Mm.
really prepared for them to advance so far into the show. So they were like, oh shit, we have to prepare something. We have to ride on that momentum, right? And that's my theory. Why they went with a single album after a
Yeah,
year,
that's true. Also.
after another single album. But it's alright. It's alright.
Yeah, it's just the fact that the concept is not selling well right now. Like
Mm.
it's not one of the top end
Yeah,
things that sells well in the current face of how the
and
industry
it
is
was
right now
just.
in K-pop. And that's the
I was
thing that
just.
kind of goes like why?
Oh, maybe they now found something that they had that niche. They had that kind of a special thing now. Like there was everything there to continue that kind of a run, and found that middle ground that people who like girl crush liked it, and people who like funny, cute, energetic concept liked it. And I was like, maybe there was something now. Maybe we're doing something really good now, going really far, and so that's why I'm a little bit kind of
Yeah.
frustrated about the situation. Yeah.
Well, Dixie brought up a good point. They never really thought that Rocket Punch was gonna go really far into Queen of Puzzle. They don't really don't have a they don't really like believe in this group fully in order to really know
Yeah,
what they're capable of. So when they finally saw
yeah,
they're getting all these attention from the competition,
that frustrates
they
me
they
also.
they didn't know how to respond to that. He's entirely incorrect. I would say that because just the way everything played out just made no sense to us. Like, oh, okay, they're gonna do a
Mm.
comeback, and then we get to this like it was a scramble to like try to get one album out and see how that plays out. Um, you
Mm.
know, even like if you look at like I'm looking right here on Spotify and look at the like the album cover, it
Mm.
looks so cheap. Like, no offense, mind taking a look at Flash
Mm.
and look at Yellow Punch, you could see how intricate and how detailed their covers are, and then you get into Boom is like, we'll put a little circle text. It just screams that they were just like rushing to get this thing out.
Queen of Bustle showed that Soyeon, Yuri, and Yoni could do different concepts. Like
Just
the main question was: is Rocket Punch a cute group, energetic group, and that's it? Like, do the girls can do more? And on Queen of Bustle, they definitely showed they can do more.
yeah.
So why kind of put the explanation mark on a Q thing, and not about how kind of challenging concepts they can make? So that's kind of, it feels like the executives of William, they just watched the last episode or something. They were like, oh, is Uni there and Suyeon? Maybe I will go to have Soju like more. I don't know, but it's kind of like it's really, I don't understand, because the way even the even the main point, as they were explaining, I think in one article, was uh, that it's good that they are in Queen Puzzle. They want to do a lot different concepts. Yuri said she has different layers like an onion. She wants to show what else she can do. Like she totally rocked Snap and all the girl crush concepts. And Suyun was as well, Yoni as well. So why don't you do that for your benefit? Just like run with it. Do even do like the first song, of course maybe a full album would have done it. Like, I think if it was a full album, I think there would have been more kind of that kind of concept. And that's why I kind of feel that maybe they were thinking already single album, and they didn't react too fast enough. I think.
It was
I
called
think
eight.
Suyeon was seventh.
Dude, she was close. I'll
Uh,
say that.
She was
yeah, I think
eight. That's
Suyeon was
the
seventh,
craziest
and
thing.
was Yuri 11th, I think, or 10th. I think 11th or 10th. I think Yuri was. So they were really like both. All three were in finals. There was no group like that had three in the finals. That I mean, like three. There were
Yeah.
three, and there was a big chance that there was a really big chance that they would be the only group that had two on EL7Z, like, because Suyeon was so close. I think even in votes she was really close,
Oh
and
Yeah,
yeah.
it
it's
was very close.
It was really close.
and so we did this all like these 2 months, or how long the Queen of Bustle was, showing how good Suyeon is, showing how good Yuri is, showing Yuni is as good that she can go to a new group. She was, I say, like 100%. She was, or maybe we saw, she was not known and she was the underdog and she made it. Like, people loved even the story that she was the underdog and didn't win any benefits and just got in. And I
That's
think
so
there was
cool.
so much hype, and I think Boom did it, like, it didn't help. I think
Hmm.
uh, they can do more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
I'm sorry about this rant, but it's
No, it's fine. It's fine. You just said everything, every catchy thing. Like we are, everyone is like very, very not disappointed in that regard, but like
Mm.
very upset. Everyone is upset in their own way, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
captured it very well. You put it into words, right? You just said that
Mm.
every Ketchy thinks.
That's true.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, I'm like you guys saw, right? I'm very positive towards this,
Mm.
but I'm also as
You understand
upset.
our
I'm also
points
as
there, yeah.
upset as you are. You
Yeah.
know, I'm
Yeah.
also really, really upset.
So let's get to this thing. Let's go and talk about the whole, I
Yeah.
guess, so-called final count of the first week
Yeah.
album. And I want Dixie to talk about this. He's the one who
Yeah.
brought it up. So
And as you guys see, Boom sold more than Flash, and you know, like you can see a trend going on, right? Like each and every comeback, there's also like growth. You know, like the jump
That's
from
true.
Yellow Punch and Ring Ring to Flash, for example, right? And then from Flash
Yeah.
to Boom. And I think part of the reason why Boom sold more than Flash is because of the two album versions, guys. Two album versions, the first time for Rocket Punch, man. After 5 years, bro. This shows that Rocket Punch is on a rising trend, right? They are like slowly but surely they are climbing their own way in their own pace. They are not interested in like finding their hype song then crashing the next comeback, right? That happened to so many groups. Like for almost every group, I think for every artist under Wulim, they went for the organic growth. They went for, okay, you know what? We don't want to follow trends as much. We don't want to get that one song that brings them to hype. We want like the fan base to grow steadily.
I have felt that especially in Korea, there's more catches now, or there's more. The fandom is growing, and that's good. I think that's. I think that's obvious that that's growing, and it just kind of felt that it was a perfect storm coming. So that's a positive thing. Like I honestly think that people notice Rocket Punch more,
wow.
and there's new kits is coming. So that's the positive thing, I think.
Like concepts wise does still matter because you could see from Ring Ring to Flash, that's a big jump. That 8,000 albums is no joke to groups that's around us here, you know. That's the thing that we're going with. Let's just have a revision and say they did a similar concept like Flash was. They're gonna hit the 20-something thousand. They hit the soft spot with
Definitely.
Flash there, and that's the thing, right? If Boom was the concept that is like the successful rate right there, we would have seen right there like that jump, that hit right there. By all means, this is a positive take to the whole thing, and I think that's fine. We'll just hopefully believe that the next album they have will be, similar or has that great concept. If you can give some explanation on it, I think it was good. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I also want to talk about is the like increase in speed on how fast Rocket Punch got views. Right, music video surpassed 1 million views in like under
Less
seven
than 7
hours.
That's crazy.
Yeah, in less than 7 hours is very impressive. Consider okay, so
Yeah, it is.
Let's take Chiquita. Right, Chiquita was one of the most iconic
Yeah.
comebacks among Ketchy because it was such a huge change in concept, right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it managed to reach 1 million in 35 hours. Like that's like considering that number, it's insanely fast.
That's
How
the hype is
Boom
real, man.
Rocket Punch seems like they are stale in terms of like achievements, in terms of
Yeah.
growth or something. They are still growing in their very own way.
I'm just happy at this point that they're improving. That's basically the whole trend here
I'm
right
happy
now. And the
about
whole
it.
concept about it is
I mean,
the whole talk here is like, yeah, at least they're improving, at least they're not like,
Yeah, from Catchies. That's actually from Wulim themselves.
Excuse
That's
me, what?
oh,
Yeah, that's from Wulim. That's what's
Okay.
impressed me the
They
most.
spent-
okay,
Is there
that
money?
was a surprise.
They spend money on Rocket Punch advertisement, man.
What, man?
Yeah. But
So
nothing else.
this is in a metro station in Seoul.
Yeah, that's apparently a metro station in Seoul, and
Gosh, I would have visited
like
that.
also
I,
also in the
am so puzzled. Where did they do they put all their money to this one or?
yeah they spend money for this one specifically.
That trend, the photos, it was really nice.
Yeah. Also, like these ads were like put up there before the release, right? That like I think right after the first teaser's release, they also put up these ads, and like this one made every Catchy on Twitter at least very hopeful for the promotions because like everyone was like, whoa, they're spending more money than on the album production, man.
Oh my! The real question is how much money did they have in budget for the marketing? That's a bigger question right there. That's
Not
the
enough for the
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah,
ads.
but that,
Because I'm telling
but
you,
I mean,
I pay for the YouTube ads, man. I did it.
well, there you go. See, Alex, that's the real question. It's not where they're gonna do the budget. It's how much they have. You know, that's the real thing right there.
Of the very last outfits, and I also wanted to talk about those as well. Like to at the end, okay, at the end.
Okay.
Well, there's any there.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that picture. I was like, "Ooh, shoot,
Yeah,
that was really cool." That is what I'm
but
talking about.
but like yeah, in terms of, also in regarding the promotions, right? In terms of content, I'm not exactly I'm satisfied, but it could have been a bit more. Like it's outside of Rocket Punch's control, and honestly, I'm happy as things are because like Yoni had to work double shifts essentially, right? She had to
that's
double
true.
promote with
That's
Rocket Punch and
crazy.
EL7Z. She had to
We haven't even got
practice
to L's up,
twice.
man.
Yeah, I know, but like in terms of content, Rocket Punch related content, I'm pretty happy for what we got in those short 2 to 3 weeks, right?
We're gonna get into the meat and grounds of this thing. Also, this is gonna be
Alright,
about the.
guys. Queen Impossible
Ooh.
unironically cried. Like when I saw that, okay, so I have to tell you the build to that moment, right? Yoni didn't win a single round. Almost every catchy was really concerned about her because those benefit
Yes.
points really matter. They really matter a lot, right? And we were all like, oh no, oh shoot, she's really gonna get eliminated, maybe. And then we saw the like the how should I say, the results from the middle of the show, right?
Jeez.
And she swept without benefit points. She got top 7
Yeah.
without them. And we were like, holy,
He was the
Korea
only
loves
one.
her.
to-
Korea loves her. And then we were
Yeah.
always really hopeful. And let's just say that this entire show, as a catchy, right, was a roller coaster of emotions. Starting from the beginning where all the members didn't get a lot of like upvotes, right? For
Yeah.
several reasons. I'm not an artist, I'm not a former expert or something. I love their performances. The entire show. I don't know where to start, but I just want to say that Yoni being in the final lineup for EL7Z is one of the biggest opportunities, not for only for her, for Rocket Punch as well, because she promotes with EL7Z. She will promote with EL7Z
I mean,
all over the world. Right?
I'm gonna meet her. I'll guarantee it next
yeah,
year. That's
it will be
guaranteed.
in
There's
Europe,
no way.
and she's going
I'm
to
gonna be
Mama
there.
and everything.
Yeah, she's going to Mama. She's going to Paris.
Yeah, she's going to.
She's
Yeah,
going
I
to
want to go
Paris.
to. I want to see her. I want to also see Kay and Nana. Right. I want to see.
Yeah,
Wait,
Germany's not
Paris.
far from Paris. You don't live for. Are you going there then?
Are you traveling?
Maybe depending on how much the tickets cost.
For me, I felt a little bit same. I got really emotional because I think Paul knows that I was so like uh nervous and waited like what could it be happening, and just like it felt like the episode went on like for hours and hours, and I wanted to know what could have happened. And I was kind of afraid about Jian from Weekly or something else that there would be somebody who will jump up, like go. But for me, as a big watching every episode, I was so pleased, and I think that's the power of Uni. That Mnet fell in love with Uni. Like they saw how genuine she is, how kind she is, how good she is to talk and has good opinions. Because I think Kay said and Suyeon said that everybody was interviewed, and Mnet could cut anyone's opinions in it or not, and and I think people fell in love with Uni because she was genuine, she was helpful, she showed everything that we Ketchy already know, and I think that was the big reason. Also, I mean, she didn't get any wins and she didn't get any benefits, and that kind of make it a little bit like an underdog situation. And I think people always love that kind of things to get like, okay, we will make this happen, and we will make like this. She's been working so hard and being so positive and trying to build everybody up that this is not the end. Let's do another one, and all those things. I think I cried the most when there was the. Uh, I don't know if you remember, but when there was the idols were picking the teams, and there was nobody behind Uni, and
This
everybody
was
went to K.
heartbreaking.
That
I
was
mean,
harsh.
that was the thing. Like, if that continues, I mean, that's much a small moment, but I think everybody who's a Ketchy knows that was like a heartbreaking moment in a way.
No, no, it
And
wasn't. It wasn't short at all because
No, no,
there are
it wasn't.
several Korean catchy, right? And I even talked to one. They went there, and they told me that Yanni stood there for like 40 up to 50 minutes all alone in real time. 40 minutes, before
wow.
Gio went
Yeah,
there. 40 minutes. And Yanni doesn't deserve that. She out of all people did not deserve that.
I think people fell in love with Uni, and Mnet fell in love with Uni, and that makes me really proud as a Ketchy.
yeah. Kingdom Puzzle. That was a roller coaster ride in itself, man. I had to wake up early just to do it, and mind you, and like my time was Tuesday, so it's like I would have work
Yeah.
almost all the episodes. Always a day where there's well, I think it was one day I didn't have one, but I always say like my vote was kind of selfish because I voted for the ones I wanted to see live. That's
Yeah.
that's the truth, and Yonhee became one of those
10K
votes.
every time.
I look K will always be my number one. That's
Yeah.
not gonna change, man. That's a lovely thing. So I wanted K to come to get back to on stage, and watching that thing was just like it was just crazy. Like I had so much emotional wreckage moments in the like each episode. I go, oh, who's next? Who's
Yeah.
gonna be top? And I talked to Alex about this. Like oh, Weasel should be there, and she ends up being number one.
Yeah.
I think like I would say majority, if not all of them actually are. Well, minus I think Yuki. I think majority of them is idols I actually like. So it was like that. There was a
Mhm.
group I was like, oh, fully talented. They have all this stuff going for them.
Yeah.
Now, personally speaking, with YEONHEE, I was following her also in Pocket Dolls, and oof, that was crazy too. Whoever was like who had her pocket doll at that time, during Queen of
Yeah.
Puzzle, you could tell, man,
Yeah.
like she wanted this. She's too, like you could tell she was kind of worried and all that
Mhm.
stuff. And times too, she goes, I believe in it. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen. You and me, Alex, like we got in this discussion. He told me, hey, who knows? Maybe Yoni's gonna be a wild card in the end, and she'll become one of the top seven. I'm like, I think it's gonna happen. So when we finally
Mhm.
get to when we finally get to the final episode, and I'm watching this real time, and I go, it's like, don't do this to me,
Yeah.
like
We were
Kepler did,
both
man. Don't
watching.
don't do this to me. And
Yeah.
when they're finally announcing the final 7, I was like, is Kay gonna be there? Is she not gonna be there? Are they gonna screw me over again? We got this. I was like, now I need YEONHEE in there. I just need YEONHEE in there. I was like, let's see who's gonna be next, right? Finally here, it's gonna be this person. You know how they describe the thing, and then YEONHEE comes out of nowhere, right? And then they say YEONHEE.
Oh my god,
yes,
I lost
let's
it.
go,
Yeah,
let's go.
I lost it.
I lost it totally when
Oh my gosh.
when the word was said, and when I saw the expression that YEONHEE has, or the reaction that Yuri and Suyeon has, because
Dude, that was
it felt like it was more than like it was everything for them, I think.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
mean, I
and we are
mean,
totally
yeah,
biased. We are totally sorry. I said just this that we're told. I mean, we are biased about, and we love Rocket Punch, and people say about leaders, and I think in Rocket Punch, it's so obvious that Uni. I think in an interview, and she said that she has to do it for herself and for Rocket Punch. Like she
Yeah.
always is like, we will do it. Like one of us has to do it. Like she didn't like, okay, it's me or Suyon or Yuri, but we all work that one of us has to make it. This is our chance. We will work our butt off to do it,
yeah,
and she managed to do it. So
yeah. Even the previous episode, and we're like looking who the top 7 was, and when they were announced.
mm,
Well, actually, not previous though. The episode where they did the elimination round, when you saw how YEONHEE responded to like, oh, it's not time to be happy, because we see the other idols who got eliminated, you know, and they got like emotional. I was like, oh shoot, that's like into EL7Z itself. Like, I know it's Rocky Punch and stuff, but we had to get into the whole
yeah,
discussion about EL7Z. I don't know how to. I don't know how to like comprehend the whole situation with EL7Z. Like,
It's messy. Let's just say it's messy. Okay. My take on the EL7Z situation right now is that Mnet is like, for me it seems like Mnet is pushing EL7Z a bit too fast, right? Because like
mm,
Aiki, Purple Kiss, and Rocket Punch, right? They were still promoting, and in between those promotions, EL7Z debuted, right? So
yeah,
Mnet did not like wait for these groups to finish up. In fact, they even like rushed some things because they planned a Japanese concert, I think. So
yeah.
they were like, okay, we have to push the debut as fast as possible. So the next thing is that Mnet, what, like, it's very confusing why they would release the song a week earlier than they released the
albums.
physical albums.
Yeah,
That's either album sales are a bit underwhelming. Let's say underwhelming,
Yeah,
right? Because
underwhelming. Yeah.
they sold
it's
5,000 albums in the first day, which is not typical for an Mnet survival show group with such a huge audience, right? A lot of people watch that show, and I can imagine that not
It's
everyone who
really,
watched that
it's
show
really,
supports them, because obviously some of their favorites didn't get in, but
yeah.
it's fine, right? You don't have to support them. It's just very baffling that 5,000 albums sold for a group at such a scale. And for me personally, I didn't buy an EL7Z album because Rocket Punch, right? Yeah, because of Rocket Punch. I already bought Rocket Punch stuff, and I have to save money somewhere.
I bought
So,
Oils Up, of course.
yeah. So
I
that's
think I bought
my
both versions.
yeah,
I
that's
bought
at
the
least my
side
reason.
album. There you go.
Yeah.
I bought the signed Boom album. That's but yeah, and also the music video views are also really low for such a group, and
I
I
still don't
noticed
know the
that
reason for it.
and I noticed that Mnet doesn't promote EL7Z as much as they could have.
No, there's too many things going on. Like, let's backtrack this whole thing. There's too many things that certain groups, like Huisos has something going on, YEONHEE was doing something. Yuki's gonna be fully busy no matter where she goes. So
Yeah, so they're
So
going for a tour. I think.
they're going on a U.S. tour, and I don't know how they're gonna pull that off.
Me
And
neither.
all this stuff is clashing. Like all this stuff with EL7Z is clashing with all the promotions. Yeah, he's also was pointing out correctly is that they rushed this. The thing about EL7Z, right, that we have to understand is that EL7Z is a way for these groups to kind of promote with Mnet, and Mnet is giving them that way now. Now, of course, they're not hitting those sales that we usually see from these produce groups that Mnet does. You know, but if you look at what they're being invited on and the type of shows they're going on, you know, Mnet is providing what they said that they will provide. That they'll get the world
Yeah,
tour. I mean, it's not technical world tour. Let's just face that. It's more like we're
yeah,
gonna bring him to like M countdowns to all Paris and all these other places. KCON LA probably next year and whatnot. We have to see at their comeback. As usual, when it comes to these new groups, even a
yeah.
produce group,
True.
it's always the comeback that matters more than the debut. Usually, debuts are strong, then the comeback even stronger. Sometimes they start out slow. I mean, they have really great songs in their album. Just like how I see the current Boom promotion, I think Cheeky Cheeky isn't the best song they can pull out with this type of group. They can still pull something way better. I see that.
Yeah,
So we'll have to see what their comeback's gonna be like and what they do with that.
Yeah.
There's too many like talent wise they haven't really used in that group.
yeah.
Look, they have like
I
two
know.
And it's
rappers, and two rappers wasn't even
but
fully utilized in
I don't
Cheeky
I don't
Cheeky.
think
So
they have to because they're all already all like genuine K-pop idols with their groups or solo careers. I don't think they have to worry as much as a totally new group or whatever because this is a project and they are into it and maybe the I mean okay sales are good but maybe if the reception on the concerts is great and the albums like sound good and stuff like that I think and Mama is good and everything like I think it's really hard to because this is the first concept that there are
no, well, that's
ready
why.
idols to
Even
be in
even for here's the thing for me. Even for a first album, I think they did pretty well. For a rush job, like we know, like they rushed this out. It they
yeah
did pretty good with the songs they have. No doubt about that.
yeah there was no promotion at all.
Uh, that's the thing, you know. I love the English
Queen the
version too.
Puzzle was the only promotion
Well,
and
what I don't like though is the fact that they didn't even add the Queendom puzzle songs. There's certain songs are unique to that show. They didn't even add it.
Yeah.
What?
about the sales.
Come on, Yeonhee's gonna
Yes,
travel. Yeonhee's gonna travel around the world.
Like, because of the way she works, like double shifts, as I mentioned earlier, that's why I'm quite happy that Rocket Punch promotions ended now, because I saw some fan sign pictures and like whatnot, and her eyes looked very tired. Like she has the opportunity to live her dream, and she just does it.
This is the beginning for Elzo. This is not the end.
Yeah,
I see you post that.
I'm bringing my Rocket Punch lightstick then. I'm
You
bringing
you
a
you you,
huge
you better if
Young
there's,
Sure.
if there's a fan mirror, you better make sure you're in there. Like yeah, I'm in there.
Dude, I will have a headband with I love Yanni on
Oh boy, man.
like,
Yeah.
everything, man. I want to
I
make sure
I
that
think
she knows that there's at least one person
You-
really
you-
loves her.
Yeah,
You'll-
I think that's one that she excites. I think she's really waiting. How many Ketchys are there? Like how many?
You'll
kind of-
see. You'll see Cake on LA. I will do everything, 100%. Everything will be out there. It's like, who's this crazy guy with rocket punch everything? It's like, yeah, that's right. Let's go, man.
Let's go. Let's
They
go.
don't know I'm
yeah.
poetic headset from Twitter.
We'd be like, who's that guy?
But this time with the jerseys and this very particular message on the backs, like
Yeah.
I don't know, I felt very emotional when I saw that. Like when they performed, I didn't notice it a lot because I wasn't like looking at it. But after that, Suyun first posted this picture of her back, and I don't know. I read that. I'm like, yeah, I feel the same. So like this message also shows me that like it keeps reminding me that most of the time, right? Most of the time, everything Rocket Punch does is with Ketchy in mind, right? I want to make sure that we know that they're doing well. They also want to make sure that we're doing well, and they also want to say that it's not like as I said, right? They don't care about how they like which way they will go in the future, as long as it's catchy, right? And
There, before we get to an ending and our ending thoughts, I guess. If you could like and subscribe, if you like what you heard or saw in this video or listened to, if you can click the like and the subscribe button right there on the YouTube button right there. And thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much for everyone who listened.
Finish off with Duxie on this whole thing.
I don't know what else I could say other than I'm really looking forward to the future of Rocket Punch as always, of course, and now even more than before because like YEONHEE has the spotlight of the public, of the general public, because of EL7Z and whatnot, and yeah, my wish for the next comeback is for it to not be in a year. I hope it will come in like I don't know 6 months or so. Full album, ideally, a full album with ideally multiple album versions. I don't need 3 or 4 album versions. I just need 2.
2 is good. Maybe 3.
Yeah, maybe 3, but that's very ambitious. I just say 2. And also, I don't know. I just want the members to rest a lot. I just want the members to enjoy their time, enjoy themselves, and I also hope that YEONHEE is not overworking herself, or that at least that she's not feeling too pressured. Right? I just want them to have the time of their lives. I want them to live their dreams as an idol, and I'm pretty sure they already do because, well, they have Ketchy, they have a lot of fans.
This is Ketchy Nation Talk, ending today, episode 12, with what I heard from me, Alex, and our special guest, Duxie. And thank you for everyone here who
Love you, Rocket Punch. Bye.